This is a 1956 Ford Customline two-door. It has a V8 Thunderbird engine. I'm not exactly sure as to what size it is. It's been sitting here in this very spot for probably a decade or so, and we see the tree has tried to claim it. Looks like it was last on the road in 1971, so 50 years exactly. And it's been sitting out here, in this very spot for like 10 years, but the other 40 somewhere around here. I think the engine turns over. I don't think it's stuck, but we're going to try and at least get it to turn over and see if we get spark and gas and try and get something out of it. Yeah, it looks like we got a oil bath, air cleaner. Both cables are red. I assume one of them's ground. Here's the dipstick. Well, that can go out of the way. So can that. Amazing. Nice. Actual oil. Doesn't look like there's any water or anything else in there. This might have hope yet. Well, I have the air cleaner off, and we see rats have definitely been here. And some dirt daubers built a nest on, I guess that's the vacuum advance or brake. Wires look chewed on a little bit, but I think there's enough of them there to make it work. Alright, I have a brand new battery on this. And this goes to the starter solenoid, so let's see if it actually spins over. Quite well, actually. This yellow wire goes to the coil. So let's see if we get any spark from that. Nope. Well, at one time I must have put a brand new distributor cap, rotor, and points on this. So I guess I just need to clean those up a bit. Well, I got the points cleaned up and I think they work. Got the cap back on. And that's not frozen, so let's put a little gas in here and see if I can open this thing one-handed. I don't know if that's enough or not. Right, hook up ignition. Got spark, that's good. Well, we got something out of it. Maybe a couple of cylinders. So this tree is kind of hanging on to this car, and I need to get this out of the ground. But as we can see, part of the tree is inside the bumper and part of it is outside. And a lot of folks will say, well, just cut down the tree. I want to save it if I can. So I'm wondering if I can detach the bumper from the car and then just pull it forward. Success! I got this side off, although the tree has really captured this bumper. I don't know if I'm going to get it back. And then I got this side off. And those bolts weren't too bad to get out. All they did was break. So I guess that was easier than I thought it would be. Now that the bumper is disconnected from the car, I'm going to try and put some air in these tires. See if we get any kind of lift at all before hooking onto this thing with the tractor. That one's pretty well buried. This one back here is it even there? Okay. Yeah, as I recall, I'm missing a shock or something there, which is why that's way up into the body. But yeah, let's find out if they hold air. That tractor's not going to care, but I'd rather have the car in just two pieces, it and the bumper, rather than, 3 or 4. So this one's really good. This one back here, despite being buried, I think that's got about 20 pounds in it. This one, I got about 30 in it. Not that you can tell, because it's either in a hole or a bunch of stuff around it. And I guess this tree is still kind of holding down the suspension of the vehicle. This one up here, yeah, it's completely flat. Actually, I think this one might even be tubeless, and because I saw water and stuff coming out of the bead. So what I'm going to do is air that one up as best I can, and then jump on the tractor and give it a tug and see what happens. Well, it's out, and as we can see, the tree had quite a good grip on it. And it was buried pretty deep. There's where the front wheel was. And this is actually the first time I've spun the tires in this tractor trying to pull something out. You can see how it dug right there in the ground. So at least it's out of the tree, at least it's out of the hole. I don't know how I'm going to get this bumper out of the tree. So now that this thing is out of its hole and actually on a little bit of concrete and can be worked on, let's go ahead and get this thing to fire off again. And then I've got an electric fuel pump, and we'll hook the portable tank up to it, see if we can't get it running. Let's see what happens. Ignition on. That spark there, that's good. What the hell? That's positive. Okay, where is the bowl vent? Well, we either flooded it or filled up the float bowl, so let's find out. All right, let's try squirting in the fuel inlet. Just squirt it right back out at me. I'm sure that won't cause a fire later. Anything else I can possibly squirt in? Ran longer than I expected. This is the fitting that in the filter screen that goes into the carburetor. I need to go to the store and get something that I can put a fuel hose on to get fuel to the carburetor. Just one last time here, I'm going to put a little bit of gas in it and fire it off. And I thought these were float vents here because I can hear them filling up, but it just doesn't run. I mean, it'll idle, but I can't really rev it up or anything. So let me get the sparkage, then hit it off. I mean, it sounds pretty good. If we had a good carburetor on there, I bet this thing would really take off. And I think we had like a sticky valve or something on there because it missed there for a minute and then started firing. Okay, so I got it plumbed in. Let's turn it on, see what happens. I mean, I hear it filling up. Now, who knows if that needle and seat are any good. Damn, got a bit of a leak here. Hopefully that won't cause a problem. Get ignition. Where's our starter? Here's our starter. Maybe. Look at that. Fired right off and then died. But that was pretty impressive nonetheless. Maybe it needs to get warmed up. Yeah, this is what I thought. I bet those passages are clogged up in there. But then again, we got fuel dripping out of here, so... This choke is all wackadoodled here. Why is that leaking out of there? Nice. I sprayed some carburetor cleaner in this and sprayed some deep creep on the choke linkage and got the choke off of it. This is another pull thing on the dash. I think that's the throttle. I mean, that just sets. This goes to the accelerator and that pulls it back to kind of hold down the pedal if you want to maintain a consistent speed. That was pulled out. I pushed all the way back in, so we should be going completely down to the idle set. And I've got way too many leaks and things in here, but I'm going to try this one more time to try and capture it idling. So let's go with ignition, fuel, and hit the starter. Did I break something? That almost sounds like it's not. It may not have enough. That accelerator pump probably doesn't work at all, but sounds like my battery's getting kind of tired. Oh, yeah, we're dripping fuel down there. This may not work. This may be flooded. Yeah, this is flooded out now. So, let's hold that open for a bit. Let's see if that's enough time. Almost. I thought we had it then. There we go. That is not bad. Well, this is almost running. I've got way too many fuel leaks. Whenever that fuel pump is on, fuel just runs past the throttle shaft. So that needle, I guess, is stuck open. So that's going to have to be fixed. I need to properly mount that electric pump if I'm going to keep it. Probably get a new mechanical fuel pump for it. And I guess I need that steel fuel line that's supposed to go up from that and then into the carburetor, and then get, I mean, this turns, so I mean, I think if I put a belt on there, I mean, that one turns too, so I think all I need is a fan belt and put some coolant in here, and that should be it as far as getting it, quote, running. I think for now I'm going to wrap this up and we'll have this as a will it run. And then I'll follow up with another one of, you know, actually driving it. Anyway, thanks for watching, and check out my other videos. I'm actually, if you've seen the Challenger video, I'm working on part 2 of that. So I should have that out here pretty quick. And then I've got several more I'm working on. So as always, I appreciate the subscribes, likes, comments. And if you leave a comment, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Anyway, I appreciate it.